Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
So today we are reading Shri Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse number 41. O Gangeya Gatri, girl with a golden body, when will I color your excellent nectar-like lips that are red like bimba fruits with lipstick of cashew mixed with fresh camphor? Will the Krishna parrot suddenly come then and forcibly bite them? O Gangeya Gatri, girl with a golden body, when will I color your excellent nectar-like lips that are red like bimba fruits with lipstick of cashew mixed with fresh camphor? Will the Krishna parrot suddenly come then and forcibly bite them? Sri Raghunatha's prayers for devotional service that are resting in his heart flow on like a clear stream of ever increasing emotions. It is as if Srimati sits in his heart and soothes it. A wonderful relish of love of Krishna can be tasted while serving Priyaji's lotus feet on the bank of her kunda. Without worshipping Sri Radhika's lotus feet and taking shelter of her divine abode, Krishna's sweetness cannot be relished. Srila Raghunadasa writes in his Sva Sankalpa Prakasha Stotram, without worshipping the dust of Radhika's lotus feet, without taking shelter of Vrindavana, where her footprints are lying, and without conversing with those whose hearts are filled with deep love for her, how can anyone enter into the Shyam ocean? Sripad Prabodhananda Saraswati says, those who give up Radhika's service and try only to taste Krishna's sweetness only attain a drop of the ocean of nectar. That was Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi.
Radhe, Radhe, Radhe Rasamai. So we can stop here before we continue. So when we are listening these sweet words of Raghunath in the verse, we should connect our heart and feelings with his heart and feelings. Otherwise, how can we relish the sweetness which he is relishing? So for us sadhakas, this is the essential part of sadhana. All other sadhanas, which are not connected with acharyas, will not give the fruit, will not bring devotee to the goal. But affection to acharyas, who are specially in the mood of Radha maidservants, will bring devotee in the position that he can be able to receive these spiritual pure emotions from the heart of our Rasikacharyas. So when we listen, when we read, when we meditate on this verse, not only this one, but now this is our focus actually. We should at least try to open our hearts to feel the situation, the moment, the circumstances, and relationship, deep relationship which Raghunath has with Swamini. So his heart is completely full of Radharani's form, name, qualities, and pastimes. And because of that, when he is addressing Radharani in some specific name, it means that all his existence is deeply absorbed in Srimati Radhika. His mind, his senses, his heart, his spiritual identity, Abhiman, is completely absorbed in Srimati Radhika. And his position, like her maidservant. So from this verse, we can see how intimate relationship is with Radha and her beloved Manjari, Tulsi Manjari. To approach Radharani's lips, it's not so easy. It's not that everyone is allowed to approach Radharani's lips. And we can see here how Raghunath, without any hesitation, any shame, any fear, he is approaching Radharani's lips and trying to do his seva or her seva by putting a lipstick. And why he is doing it? Because Radhika, whatever she does, and whatever she thinks and feels, she wants to give the Krishna pleasure. And the lips are her very powerful instrument, let's say like this, to give him a pleasure. Because he is always hungry and thirsty to kiss these lips. So we can see here how Radhika, deep in the heart, wants to give the Krishna pleasure, to make him complete mohan, intoxicated, through her lips. And she is serving Krishna through her lips, allowing him to kiss her. This kiss actually gives him so much and intense pleasure. But we can see here how Manjari is also serving these lips for the specific purpose to make them even more attractive than they are, so that Mohan, the lover of our Radharani, be completely enchanted. So lips are like a paraphernalia, like an instrument, which are enchanting Krishna, but also these lips, sweet lips, like a bimba fruit, are enchanting Manjari. So in little joking mood, Raghunath is talking to Swamini and is saying, will the Krishna parrot suddenly come and forcibly bite your lips? Why he is doing forcibly? We can meditate. And maybe some answers will come in our heart through our bhajan. Because this is Parakya Bhav. So Baba is continuing this. Rasamai was reading. Please, Rasamai, do you want to read the first line of the commentary?
Shri Raghunatha's prayers for devotional service that are resting in his heart flow on like a clear stream of ever-increasing emotions.
So we have prayers of Raghunath for devotional service. He just exactly knows what he wants to pray. Prayers are always present in the heart of loving devotee, and these prayers increasing the emotions. Because Raghunath wants to serve Bhavamai with all his or her intense emotions. No one can serve Bhavamai without Bhava. It's not possible. And Raghunath here is showing us that in his heart are always prayers for devotional service. And he is always in the flow of these emotions. So we need some drops from this flow, which is constantly is going in his heart. When we come in the flow of our Gurudev, when we come in the flow of the emotions of Rasik Acharyas, then naturally affection for them will appear. And this affection will make strong, tight, intimate relationship with Acharyas. And from that intimate affection and relationship, devotee will be able to receive full kripa, one day or in one lifetime. So here is, in commentary, Baba is saying, if someone wants to jump and to share something, just please don't hesitate, do it. Udavaji, you want to say something, please?
Yes, but I'm patient.
No, maybe I can stop here.
Just very short thought. I'm meditating on what you're saying, and I'm wondering if Anandadas Babaji can be understood a second way in this commentary. When he says, without worshipping Sri Radha's lotus feet and taking shelter of her divine abode, Krishna's sweetness cannot be relished. And I wonder, could this be understood as that Radha cannot relish Krishna without the Manjaris taking shelter at her lotus feet? That she is the one who's having immediate pleasure from Krishna, giving immediate pleasure to Krishna, and that if the Manjaris are not there, then this pleasure giving cannot happen. That without the Manjaris, then she cannot relish.
Not possible to separate. We cannot separate Manjaris from Radhika. So wherever is Radharani, in whichever condition is Radhika, Manjaris are present, like shadows. So this is mutual exchange of love between Radharani and her maidservants, which is always increasing and increasing and increasing. So only by service of Radharani, love of Krishna, it's not said love for Krishna, it said love of Krishna will be relished. So Manjaris can relish how much Krishna loves their Radharani by serving Radhika. You see? Relish of love of Krishna can be tasted while serving Priyaji's lotus feet. Manjaris doesn't want love for Krishna. They want to relish Krishna's love for Radharani. And this is possible. How I can relish how much Krishna loves my Radhika? By serving Radharani. Then I will be in situation, in position, in the room where Manjari can witness that. And it is enchanting to feel how her lover is enchanted by her lips, for example, or all her appearance. So our acharyas are giving us instructions, guidance, that Krishna's sweetness can be relished only if someone is 100,000% close to Radhika. Other devotees can relish also Krishna's sweetness, but not in the fullest capacity, say like that. Because other devotees, they cannot witness these amorous pastimes. And in amorous pastimes, you can relish complete, unlimited, ever-fresh sweetness. For example, in Radhakunda, only gopis and manjaris are allowed to come. And not even all gopis. What to speak about other rasas? Sakas, Vatsalya especially, even all gopis, especially opponent party, cannot approach pastimes in Radhakund. So it means that they cannot relish Krishna's love completely, his ability to love. But maidservants of Srimati Radhika can relish Krishna's ability to love and to completely surrender to someone who loves him when they are witnessing the loving, amorous pastimes in Nivriti Nikunj, because they are allowed to be there. And now, here, in this verse, Raghunath is preparing Radharani's lips for this sweet kiss, which she wants to offer to her lover, but not in front of everyone. Sorry to say. Radhika will not allow her lover to relish her lips in front of everyone, only to her maidservants. So that's the beauty of worshipping, serving, and loving Radharani. Because all sweetness of Vrindavan can be relished through her love for Mohan. Kunjas are sweet, beautiful, and sweet because Radha and Mohan exchange the loving pastimes there. And Manjaris are witnessing it. And Rasamai, can you read this verse without...
The verse?
No, below, without worshipping the dust.
Without worshipping the dust of Radhika's lotus feet, without taking shelter of Vrindavana, where her footprints are lying, and without conversing with those whose hearts are filled with deep love for her, how can anyone enter into the Shyam ocean?
Labadalatika, close your mic, please. Yes. So here Baba is giving how to approach Radhika by worshipping the dust of her lotus feet, taking the shelter of the place, Vrindavan, where the marks of her foot soles are everywhere. And the third instruction and guidance is to always talk and listen, especially listen. Conversing, in our case, means to listen with those whose hearts are filled with the deep love for her. This is our Sangha. This is the Sangha for devotees and sadhakas who wants to attain Radharani, to worship the dust of her lotus feet, to take a shelter, complete shelter of Vrindavana. What does it mean? I don't have any place in which I want to be. Even if I cannot be physically. This is my place of living. This is my place of being. And I also want to be surrounding with those with the similar feelings, not with others. I give them respect and all my appreciation. But my heart needs a food to be nourished. My soul needs a food to be properly nourished. Only when I'm listening and when I'm in association of those devotees who are very sensitive, who are not knowledgeable. I don't care for knowledgeable people who are very sensitive, because this sensitivity shows that they are taking the shelter of the lotus feet of Radhika and her maidservants. When we take shelter of someone, automatically what's going on? All qualities of that person starts to manifest in our existence. Bad qualities also. But we are interested for these transcendental, loving, sweet qualities. And if these qualities are not manifesting in our heart, it means that we still didn't take a shelter of Radharani's maidservants, Radharani's lotus feet, and Vrindavan. So as much as we can, with full of our heart, feel affection and take a shelter, because shelter cannot be taken without love and affection. Taking the shelter of someone means I love you and I don't have anyone else than you. This means shelter. Then all qualities, transcendental qualities, because we are taking the shelter of transcendental personalities. They start to reflect and manifest in our heart, in mind also, and in all existence. So this is the deep subject. And it's not possible to run. We need the time. We need to be patient. But we have to know what we really want.
Radhe?
Yes,
Oh,
please, no, just jump.
So as the manjaris are witnessing, this means then because they're witnessing, they're feeling also the love. As soon as one is witnessing, then their feelings are coming.
Yes, but we have to come in the position of witness. And for that position, we need love. Because it's very interesting and very logical, even. If we don't have interest to witness such loving, amorous pastimes, we will be not inspired to approach, isn't it? We have some other interest. But if we have in our focus, like Gurudev is always saying, one-pointed, yes. If we really want that, then love is including in witnessing, and witnessing is including in love. It's not separate. It's not possible to separate. If no one wants to add something, share, please, Rasamai.
Sripad Prabodhananda says, those who give up Radhika service and try only to taste Krishna's sweetness only attain a drop of the ocean of nectar, Radha Rasa Sudani. In this connection, it is said that once the world-famous Vedantic sannyasi Madhusudana Saraswati came to Vraja and gave a note with the words Krishna Sindhu, the Krishna ocean, on it to some bypassing sadhu, asking him to bring this note to the leading scholar of Vraja and to bring the reply of that scholar back to him. At that time, the leading scholar of Vraja was Sri Jiva Goswami. When the sadhu handed him the note, Sri Jiva wrote a verse on the back saying, "What will you do in the Krishna ocean without worshipping Sri Radhika's lotus feet and the dust of Vraja that was trampled by these feet?"
Repeat this sentence one more time.
Yes. What will you do in the Krishna ocean without worshipping Sri Radha's lotus feet and the dust of Vraja that was trampled by these feet?
So immediately we can say the words, remember the words of our Gurudev. Ocean is boring without the waves. Isn't it? What you have to do in the ocean, if there is no any dynamic winds, waves, always new, ocean is boring. Ocean is boring for himself and for the others also. Ocean is happy when the waves appear on his surface. But also observers are also happy when the ocean starts to sway, And it becomes what observers are doing? They're relishing the beauty and sweetness of ocean because of the waves. If we just stand beside the ocean without waves, yes, it's very nice. Even sunsets are beautiful, and so on and so on. But this is just a drop of relishment. And those who are experienced in relishing the rasa, they say, no, you don't know anything. Just wait. When the waves appears, you will see what is really beauty and sweetness of the ocean. So our Rasic Acharyas in the mood of Manjaris are giving us opportunity to relish the waves of Radharani's emotions, who are always forcing ocean to tremble, to be dynamic, to be beautiful and sweet. So this is the reason why we need association of those devotees who are similar in the feelings, who have the same goal, because together they can turn this ocean of Vraj, intimate, amorous pastimes between Radha and Mohan, and help each other to relish. Otherwise, if it's not going on, then philosophy will pervade, austerities will pervade, rituals are pervade, because there is no taste. No? I remember one statement of Krishnadas Kaviraj. It's prophecy, actually. Prophecy in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That the more Kali Yuga will expand and go, people will start to diminish worshipping of Radha and Krishna. And they will start just to worship Gauranga. And the more Kali Yuga is advancing, they will start to even stop to worship Gauranga. And then pure materialism, dry knowledge, dry religion, without any sense of sweetness and relishment will pervade. So we have beautiful chance here if we want to use it. It's up to us to make proper discrimination. Do I want to swim, to dive in the ocean full of waves, or I just want to speculate on the shore, on the land? So Jiva Goswami is giving beautiful answer to this very, very prominent sadhu, and say, what is the use of your ocean without waves? What is the use of everything if we don't have proper transcendental feelings? What is the use of everything what we are doing if we don't melt our heart? So we need to meditate on lipstick, on Radharani's, and invest all our energy in this bhajan. Can you imagine how much energy we are investing in so many other things? But we are not investing 5 minutes, 5 seconds for meditation on Radharani's lips and lipstick. And this is what our Gurudev is trying to inspire us. Sorry. He's saying, you have to check with yourself. Radhe, Radhe. Someone? No. Udalaji, what do you think? I have to ask you, otherwise you will be silent.
No, nothing to add. There's a very nice flow in your meditation. Very nice.
Asami, I don't know, Gurudev is here, but he's very occupied.
In this way, the Acharyas show that Krishna's sweetness can only be really tasted by serving Shri Radhika. In a transcendental revelation, Shri Raghunatha says, Ayi Gangeya Gatri, O golden-limbed girl, when can I color your nectarian, bimba fruit-like lips with lipstick made of cashew, scented with a nice fresh camphor. Shri Radhika's lips are naturally reddish. So why do they still need lipstick? For this, one must know what is on the mind of the Sevya, the worshipable deity. Shri Radhika.
Rasamai, please. So Radhika's lips are already reddish, sweet and reddish, because her heart is full of anurag. And this anurag is bursting out in all her bodies. So the same is bursting out through her lips, which are reddish, and acharyas who saw Radhika, who saw the true embodiment of love. They say like a bimba fruits. They're trying to explain how these lips are actually like arrows. We think that maybe only eyes are arrows, but the lips are also arrows, which are shooting in the heart of Mohan. Maybe we can go even further and say all Radhika's qualities are arrows meant to pierce the heart directly of Mohan. Her eyes are arrows. Her eyebrows are arrows. Teeth, pearl under the nose. Her nose is arrow. Her fingers are arrows. So it means that Radhika, we can expand and expand. It means that Radhika, she has unlimited arrows, which are meant to give the pleasure to Mohan. And manjaris are meant because they are seva rupaya. They are meant to increase the effect of this shooting of these arrows. Because each arrow which Radhika has in her ornaments, in her dress, in her feelings, different kinds of feelings, are meant to give the enchantment to Mohan. So this is the role of manjaris, to intensify. The role of conditioned soul is to intensify my senses. This is my main task in the life, to intensify my senses for my pleasure. But devotional service is to intensify feelings and motions, senses of my beloved Ishtadev and nothing else. This is all conclusions of all devotional service, of all books, to give the pleasure to Ishtadev. Rupa Goswami wrote Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu, and he explained so many things. And actually all books which are written after that are expansions and explanations of this book. And he's trying to conclude one just simple thing: bhakti, devotional service in Vraja, in the mood of Madhurya Bhava, specifically in Parakya Bhava, is the ultimate goal of life. And it's possible by Gauranga's mercy, it's possible to attain such a sublime goal of life to all jivas. And that's it. So meditation, Radharani's reddish lips with the lipstick to intensify her anuraga is the goal for sadhaka. I didn't attain that goal. But honestly to say, I accepting that this is the goal. I'm far away from that. I'm talking such a big words and I feel ashamed because of that. But in this other sense, this is not my words. What can I do? It's not my fault. I am repeating. And Baba is giving very nice Ora Samai. For this one must know the mind of Sevya. The mind of Radharani we should know. then we can be close to her. And how we can know Radharani's mind if we don't the mind of her maidservants? How we will know the emotions of Radharani if we don't know emotions of her maidservants? So we have to learn how to think like a Manjari, how to feel like a Manjari, and ultimately how to serve and act like Manjari. Otherwise, it will be not possible to know what is in Radharani's mind and heart. This is the key. Gurudev, what do you think? What would you say? Please, I don't know how to.
Right. No. You are right. This is the way. We are unqualified, but I have to repeat these words that maybe some effect can come in my life. Okay. We are not teaching anyone. We are teaching ourselves to improve ourselves. You are my brother and sisters. All we can do these efforts. I am very fallen, but I am reading the words of Mahajans. It touched to me. I try, but I cannot do it. You all together, if we try, may be possible for me. If possible for me, by your help, by your mercy, it can help. All our Vaishnavas are all expansion of my Guru. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah.
So we need the mercy, Gurudev.
Yeah.
Mercy in all forms. This is only nourishment which is necessary for all of Jivas. You are so sweet. You are so sweet. What will we do without you? Nothing. Please, Rasamani, help us.
Sri Radhika is full of Mahabhav. It is natural for her to make Krishna relish Shringa Rasa. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, she makes Krishna drink the honey drink of Shyam Rasa, erotic flavor, and she always fulfills all of Krishna's desires. The Goswamis prayed to Sri Radha, please personally teach me how to serve you more expertly. Rupa Goswami's Radhashtakam.
Radhe, please. I want to stop here because it's very important to properly understand. Please personally teach me how to serve you more expertly. To come on this stage, we need to learn from Radharani's maidservant, first of all. And we have to pass through all the levels of devotional service up to Prema, up to Sneha. Then Radharani will start to teach us personally. We cannot say, I'm on this stage of sadhana without attaining perfection, and I want that Radharani teach me. This is not proper meditation. And Narottam Das Thakur is giving us instruction how to meditate properly. That sadhaka has to be surrounding always with other Nitya Siddha Manjaris. And according to their instruction, they are learning slowly, step by step, how to serve. Because through this learning of how to serve, they are learning how to think like a Manjari, how to feel like a Manjari. And they are learning what is, drop by drop, what is in Radharani's heart. And then, when perfection, without any cause, comes in the life of sadhaka, and he attains his natural position, then Radhika can, with her own will, and when she wants, take for the hand and say, okay, I will teach you now these most top secrets of service. But we should always remember, this is not possible without Guru Manjari. And Rati Manjari is always aware about position of Rupa Manjari. And it's it's completely surrendered to Rupa Manjari because she knows she is my best friend. She will give me seva for Radhika. She will bring me to Radharani. She will remember on me. Rupa Manjari is serving, and in Radhika's lotus feet, or I don't know what, I forgot it, but then suddenly she remembers, oh, where is my Tulasi? We need that our Guru Manjari, while she is doing her eternal seva, remember us and say, where is my this and that friend? Proper bhajan and proper expectations also. So it means following. And when Rupa is saying, please personally teach me how to serve you more, it means the sadhaka should remember and think on Rupa's relationship with Radhika and say, I also want in one day these feelings which are present in Rupa's hearts. I want this lobha which is present in Rupa's heart because I want to serve like Rupa. This is transmission of lobha, of eagerness, greed, from the heart of eternal associate of Radharani to the heart of Jiva Bhuta or Sadhaka, in which heart desire to serve like a Rupa appear. And this desire is the beginning of the lobha. I hope that this is clear. If not, I'm sorry, I'm very bad in explanations. I can refer to Prabhupada, but lobha can appear only by listening the pure devotional service of Radha and Krishna, which are doing their eternal servants. And when sadhaka in one moment say, I want to serve like them, deep in the heart, this is the sign of lobha. And this is the sign of ruchi, taste.
Rupa Goswami's Radhashtakam 7. I worship Sri Radhika, who considers the tip of Sri Hari's toenails millions of times more dear than her own life, who teaches all the blissful, fickle-eyed gopis expertise in arts, and who is very famous. The practicing devotee should always think, is she accepting the service that I offer to her or not? Am I only doing bhajan because it gives me personal happiness? I'm doing my quota, nothing more. If I don't give myself a certain quota, I won't do anything. But this is not the natural beauty of bhajan. Bhajan is beautiful when you feel some want, some void. I've got my meals, I am healthy, everything is okay. If you think like this, your bhajan will be lifeless and mechanical. How many worldly things, like profit, adoration, distinction, money and fame, a person like me misses. But I never miss Radharani at all. But the great devotee's thirst for bhajan can never be quenched, just as the thirst for water of someone who suffers from cholera can never be quenched. Narottama Dasa says, Krishna's is the greatest amorous hero. Be very thirsty for him and worship him in the mood of Raja. Expertise in bhajan does not depend on anything else. There won't be even a whiff of empirical knowledge, result-oriented works, profit, adoration, or distinction anymore. All these ulterior motives make the mind very coarse. How can one then taste the clear, spotless flavors of Raja? Ulterior motives deceive us in different ways. Although we know these things in theory, we still do not realize them. Shh.
Yes, Sudhavaji, please.
We're thinking the same thought, I think, Baya. It's so very important, this point. And I think it's very difficult for devotees to understand this thirst in a spiritual way, because thirst and greed and wanting is such a material thing for us. We feel it about everything in everyday life. It's the most common experience. So we have to try to remember that the thirst, the want, the longing is divine. It's divinity itself. And we know this because our example is, well, there are many examples. The biggest example is Radha's longing for Mohan, or Mahaprabhu's longing for Krishna. The longing, the thirst, is the very pinnacle of bhakti. Bhakti means longing, wanting. So we have to find that beauty in the wanting, recognize and be grateful for how it energizes our heart, and not confuse it with the material greed that we have in so many ways. Radhe.
Thank you, Baya. Thank you, Devaji. Yes. So for that reason, we need close association of those who already have a greed. This greed is something which can be transferred, infused in the heart of conditioned soul. Conditioned soul cannot, by his own effort, attain that greed. Appearance of the greed in the heart is the kripa. And this kripa comes from the heart of someone who already has a greed, who is in the ocean of that greed. And it's I don't want to add nothing because you explained very nicely, but just to continue here, Baba is saying, even a whiff of empirical knowledge, fruitive works, profit, adoration, or distinction is not existing in real expert bhajan. So what he is saying actually, he's mentioning the blockages in the heart. And I remember Bhaktivinoda Thakur calls it, he's referring to Rupa Goswami, about one obstacle. And this is prayasa on Sanskrit. What does it mean, prayas? To collect unnecessary, different material things. Unnecessary quantity of money, unnecessary quantity of cars, prestige, so many unnecessary things, because they are making such a strong knot in the heart, ahankar, of false identification, that is very hard to be free of that. Because the more materialistic things, unnecessary, this is important, unnecessary, which we collect, our ego is becoming more stronger and stronger. And our attachment for material things and consciousness and feelings are becoming strong. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, for us devotees, also has one more approach. Like here Baba is giving hint. He is saying, but unnecessary collecting the spiritual knowledge is also not beneficial. So many books, so many theories, conceptions, spiritual conceptions he is speaking, also make the ahankara in the heart, not in the heart, very strong. And it's not helping devotee to focus on one point. The same thing is like a pilgrimage. This is also prayas. Unnecessary going to so many hundreds, thousands places of pilgrimage is prayas. It will not help to develop real one-pointed devotional life. So we should be very careful. Even collecting spiritual informations and spiritual knowledge can be great obstacles. Going all around tirthas, dhammas, ultimately will not bring desirable goal which acharyas are giving us. They are giving opportunities. And we can see from our own examples that it's not easy to be free from all these spiritual informations which we, after many, many years collecting, and now they are just bursting out like a nuclear bomb. And what the bomb is doing? Nothing beneficial, even when it's spiritual. And it's destroying our own spiritual life. So Baba is saying here, this is all hidden ulterior motives. Behind is desire for recognition. Materialistic person wants to be recognized because of materialistic possessions, and spiritual person, so-called spiritual person, want to be recognized because of opulence of his knowledge. But this is not Vraj Bhakti at all. This is the sign that still candidate, practicant, is so much attached for the God's opulence of knowledge, not sweetness and not beauty. But in Vrajavasis are interesting only about sweetness, the essence of the essence of the essence of essence of everything. And this is the sweetness. And it's not that everyone will appreciate this sweetness. But in Vraja, everyone is sweet, actually. Devotees are sweet. Radha and Krishna are sweet. Moving, unmoving beings are sweet because there is a natural love. Without any desires for any other opulences. And Gurudev many times say, a sign with Krishna, then come in Vraja. But my hand is still trembling in my assignment. I start to assign first letter, then my hand is and pencil is trembling. My ego doesn't want to assign just to attain sweetness. So I need a mercy because I'm foolish. Fool needs mercy. Qualified person doesn't need mercy. All these ulterior motives makes the mind rough. When mind is rough, it's not soft and tender for bhajan. My mind should be tender and soft because the heart is tender and soft. And all these hidden motives, subtle, gross, makes the mind actually so rough and enemy. This is not I'm sorry. Someone is saying, no, my mind is friend. No, my mind is not friend. It's not my brother at all. It's friend only when it thinks on Vrindavan, loving pastimes between Radha and Mohan, Radhika's close associates, my beloved Gurudev. Then we are friends. Otherwise, he's not my friend. Sorry to say. In my case, I don't know for others.
Although we know these things in theory, we still do not realize them. Sripad Premananda Thakura has written in his Mana Shiksha, Ore Mana, O mind, you just don't understand. You say that you are beyond the Vedic regulations, but you perform forbidden activities. When I see this, I see your very essence.
Duplicity is your essence, my dear mind. Duplicity is your essence, quintessence of you. And because of this, you are not my friend. And I will never accept you. Yes, you are existing in this stupid, foolish body. But this cheating mentality is your essence. This duplicity is your essence. I am pretending that I am devotee. I know so many things in theory. Isn't it, Gurudev? Isn't it true?
That's so beautiful.
No, it's not beautiful. I am ashamed for that.
So Radha not reaching. Krishna has to kill, no? What is the Asura? Arist Asura. This is Arist Asura. I am something, I pretend something else, showing something else. So Radha is not close to me, Radha is not looking, Radha Kund is not clear, Radha Rani is not clear. Yeah.
You call liberation a luxurious distraction and have thrown it far away. Give me a hint so that I can understand this truth. Fleeting, useless riches are always desirable, and you are going mad, thinking about it day and night. You outwardly perform rituals without desire for gain, but you are not able to free yourself from the same. In your speech, you are detached from the material world. Who you call my everything is the same everything you give only a lousy banyan leaf to, and you think that it is yours to give.
You see, what is my illusion, Radhe? What is my illusion? I give Radhika just one apple, and I said, I am giving to you this apple. I am offering to you this apple. And you have to be very merciful to accept it. Because I give you something which belongs to me. This is the essence of illusion. This is the essence of cheating mentality. I don't even remind myself, remember that who made this apple? Who gave me a money to buy this apple? Who gave me a job to receive a money for this apple? I forget it. This is my duplicity. But very proudly, I am offering you. So sadhaka needs change of consciousness, complete, not 10%, complete change of consciousness. And for that, I have to cry because I don't have ability for that.
You say, I worship Vrindavana, but you're happily staying at home. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
You love all exterior trappings. You are satisfied with praise, but are enraged when insulted. How did you manage to destroy the happiness of your soul?
How did you succeed so good, my dear enemy? How you managed it to destroy all existence of your soul? And you are angry because there is no help for you. This is illusion. This is real illusion. And this is real madness. And our homework is to recognize this madness.
You say that you follow the gopis, but what do you understand about the meaning of that?
What do you know about that? Anugatya. I'm following Sakis. I'm following Gurudev. I'm following Manjaris. But what I'm following? My false ego. I'm following my great knowledge, theory. But to follow the gopis, it means that first I have to become gopi, to accept this mentality of giving, causeless service. This is assignment, to accept that this is a path for me. And my mouth are full of great words. But what I'm doing? Opposite. Everything is opposite, but in the same time, I wait greatest result. And only my foolish mind can be such a kind of enemy to me. And no, I don't have anyone to blame for that.
You cannot let go of your nature one iota. You get pleasure seeing the face of material nature or woman who swallows you whole. Listen, Premananda says, if you think about it, it's all a ball of confusion. What is to be gained by listening or flapping your mouth? Always chant Hari Hari while you traverse the path of love, and you will surely be cleansed of all impurities. By taking full shelter of Sri Harinam, Maya will go far away. I am taking shelter of the holy name. What can Maya do to me? A dauntless devotee should think like that.
Then mind can be my friend. Otherwise, I'm not accepting his association. This is the worst mind asatsanga. But if you take a shelter of Vrindavan, if you take a shelter of holy name, if you take a shelter of those who already took a shelter of holy name, then maybe one day I will accept you like my friend.
Shri
And
Raghunathas.
I don't have a right to say, what can Maya do to me because I am chanting? I don't have a right to say this, because my chanting is not pure chanting. My listening is not pure listening. My kata is not pure. My smarana is not pure. So I don't have a right to say, what can Maya do to me? Everything she can do to me. Everything. Without any whiff of endeavor, she can do everything to me. So I desperately need a shelter. And I need close association of those who want the same thing, who understood their fallen position, and who always have the same goal. I don't want association of those who speak one thing and do another thing, because I already have this association in myself. My mind is talking one thing, but doing another thing. And this is not naive process, not lagu, not cheap process.
But there's a
And
trap.
Baba is, yes, Buddhavaji, yes. Please.
I'm sorry, there's a trap in Manashiksha. And that's, we cannot seek to destroy Maya with the mind. We cannot say Maya is causing false ego, so I refuse it with my intellect, with my mind. It dissolves by itself when we purify our meditation, when we purify our hearts. It disappears all by itself because it cannot touch us when our hearts are pure. So we can't meet the illusion of the mind with another illusion of the mind. We have to meet the illusion of the mind with a pure heart, and then the illusion becomes realized and understood.
To take shelter of holy name is not illusion. To take shelter of Vrindavan is not illusion. This is only reality.
Realization.
And And this is not my mind concoction. This is the following of sadhus. So this is not, for me, it's not contradiction. This is proper instruction in Manashiksha with some warnings and then again instruction. Because the warnings are also instruction. What to not to do. One is instruction, what to do. And another instruction, don't do it. This is also instruction. But many times we don't like this. Another part. But if we really take a shelter, beginning from the Guru, Vaishnavas, Sadhus, Acharyas, then there is no contradiction. They say, feel a fear of pratishta. So this is instruction. Be aware of dangers of pratishta, loba and puja. This is instruction. Another instruction is, and be completely surrendered to Vrindavan, to Gurudev, to Radha Mohan, Nitai Gaur, Vrinda, and so on and so on. So these two kinds of instructions are essential for sadhaka. What to do and what is forbidden to do. And when we understand that what not to do, what is forbidden to do, because it's poisonous, then we will understand that our acharyas, our real friends, are wanting to give us all opportunities to attain the goal through instructions what to do and through instructions what not to do. And I don't see contradictions. Contradictions is in me because I don't understand and I don't agree, especially with don'ts. Instructions which starts with don'ts. And many times Gurudev was talking, at least to me, how can I help you if you don't want my help? If you don't have faith in my words? Sorry, me approach. We already approached to the spiritual path. We took initiation, but it doesn't mean that we took a shelter if we receive initiation. This is the process to become mature. I'm talking from my realizations. Sorry. Because Baba is saying here, I am taking shelter of the holy name. What I'm doing? First, I'm taking the shelter of holy name. And by taking the shelter of holy name includes all other shelters. We cannot take a shelter of holy name if we didn't take a shelter of Gurudev. Yes, Gurudev, we will finish now. Taking the shelter of the holy name means taking complete shelter of everything. No, I'm taking shelter of the holy name, but I don't have a faith in Gurudev. I'm not following this and that and this acharya. This is not the shelter of the holy name, because the holy name is not different from all these personalities and holy dhammas also. So Baba first is saying, I'm taking shelter of the holy name. Then what can Maya do to me? Or we can put, I'm taking the shelter of Maya and what holy name can do to me. This is two completely different shelters. So I will stop here. It's too late. And meditation on Radharani's lips, we should finish with Madhurya. The sweetness is the only solution. With the bhajan, and to make the mind soft, tender, to receive the sweetness of Radhika's sweet, reddish lips. And for that we need the mercy of her beloved maidservants. Tadira. I'm finished. If someone wants to. Gurudev, you have so many things to do. I know, Gurudev. Forgive us, Gurudev.
No. Only one thing to do, holy name. And that's it. You explain about holy name. What means holy name? Because this holy name come to me through my Gurudev. Means I really received the holy name when I never forget my spiritual master. And when there is a spiritual master with me, only he will navigate to me Ishtadev. For loving relation, my Gurudev and Ishtadev will navigate me for my Sarup. And that Sarup, when comes, then Nishtha come in Gurudev. When Ishtadev relation happens, then Nishtha come with Gurudev. Before Shraddha is there, but Nishtha not come. Very important. It gives everything in our life. It begins the life with holy name and ends the life with holy name. Because this is the circle we have to survive. Is a japa. Japa means one round. In this circle, if we are living, then we are okay. We want to go out of this circle, is a Kurukshetra, battlefield. Dharam Kshetra of Kurukshetra. There are two Kshetras. One is the Dharam Kshetra is in your Sarup, and Kurukshetra is material body and material identification. What I want to do. Jai Jai Sri Ram.
Radhe Radhe Go.